My name is Ralph Anthony Carbone. I go by Tony Carbone. I was an E5. I was an I seaman. I'm a guy from Brooklyn who'd never been anywhere but New Jersey. And going to first England, Scotland, and France on the first cruise, which was memorable only because, you know, all the things that you think about or hear about England. And back then it was teddy boys. They were supposed to be gangs or whatever. Scotland, people were super friendly. They took that carrier up the Firth of Clyde. Someday look that up on a map. And you tell me how this guy got his carrier up the Firth of Clyde. How he did that, I'll never know. And they had a ceremony for various ships. They were not just American, but from other nationalities. I'm trying to think of the town, Gosport. The mayor and mayors of Gosport greeted us. I remember him distinctly because he was about 5'5". He had this crown on his head, this thing around his neck, and he had a scepter. But the other part of it was there were lots of girls there to dance with, all kinds of food and drink. In Brest, France, when we got there, apparently we had blown the hell out of Brest, France during the Second World War and leveled it. They weren't too pleased to see us. Apparently they got every female above the age of 6, I guess, out of that doggone town. There were no women there at all. And there's another story hooked up with that one. They had this arcade going where you could shoot the eye out of some kind of bird with a .22. You had 5 shots. Pretty much everybody shot the head off. And they gave you a bottle of champagne, which we were able to sneak aboard the ship. Turned out it was made with wood grain alcohol. So a lot of us guys wound up in sick bay because all we could see is gray. They pumped our stomachs. They gave us something to clear it up because obviously I can see now. I became a blue nose when we went across the Arctic, so yeah. And I find that they have these rituals that they do. I had to crawl through that. I don't know what it was, but it had all kinds of garbage and hideous smelling things in there, and you had to crawl through that. And then they wanted to cut my hair, which was a big mistake. And there was no way in hell anybody was going to cut whatever hair I had left on my head, because I would have thrown that guy overboard. So I convinced him not to do it. But everybody went through that tube with all that crapola, and then at the end of it was a guy on what was supposed to be a throne, and he had all this stuff greased on. It was a heavy guy, all this stuff on his stomach, and we were supposed to kiss his navel, and then we became blue noses, got certificates for it.